There was an applause line every sentence of the speech, so JD and I were like,
Oh, I counted. It was 94 standing
oh
ovations.
my God.
Wow.
How many for Democrats?
One for Ukraine. Not even.
Didn't he get kicked out, Al Green?
Yeah.
He got kicked out, right?
Uh-huh.
Plotting for Ukraine, probably.
Yeah, I went on straight on Hannity last night after the event, and he asked me about Al Green, and I said, I'm just going to say this: if they want a 78-year-old heckling congressman to be the face of their resistance, then bring it on. But we're not going to allow it on the House floor. You know?
Absolutely not. Good
we have to
call.
Keep decorum. I mean, these
Yeah.
things used to be these celebrated, vaunted, really bipartisan celebrations, and this has just become so petty. It really has. It's sad. But I was looking at polls this morning. CBS of all outlets had a poll last night. 76% of their viewers thought the speech was great.
Yes.
It was favorable. And then I was watching CNN at about 12:30 last night or something. They still had the panel going, and their online stat poll from their viewers, 80% disfavored Al Green's little tirade.
Wow.
And only 20% favorability on CNN. So
Wow.
yeah.
This is live, by the way.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look.
I don't like CNN people will actually watch.
Yeah, people like it.
It's not secret.
The president had a great night. I mean, I thought it was one of his best speeches, maybe the best speech he's ever done.
I agree.
In a hostile crowd. I mean, it was like an ugly town hall situation with the Democrats, but he did great. And it was a long speech, but he could have gone much longer, touting all the wins he's had already, because he's done more. And what is it? Now this is the 44th day or something in the administration. It's incredible. I mean, most presidents don't accomplish that much in 4 years, so it's really something. And he deserved that. I invited him to come early. This might be one of the earliest that any new president has addressed a joint session, but it's because if we waited longer, his speech would take 5 hours. We got to break it up, But it wasn't a State of the Union because he's only been in office, less than 50 days. It's called a joint address, but it was like a State of the Union because it's as if he has a whole year of receipts to show. So it was great. I mean, we had a great time last night. JR and I were having too much fun at some points. We had hot mics, and I didn't even know. It was interesting, but we had a good time with it. So, what
So
do
you
you think about it?
started a lot of standing ovations. I was like, you think you would be tired?
Well, I had so much pent up standing O in me after Biden, he didn't give us anything to applaud last time. And I came in the spirit of, these are supposed to be bipartisan exercise. Every State of the Union has lines that should evoke a standing O from everybody in the room because it's good for the country to see them.
Yeah.
And they couldn't even stand for the families of Lori Couture, Blake and Riley. And,
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible. We caught the mastermind of the Abbey terrorism event. They couldn't stand it. I mean, it was.
And last year was when the Gold Star founder was being arrested for disrupting it, and
Exactly.
then last night.
What a
they
contrast.
attacked it. Well, I'm saying that on Newsmax.
Yeah.
You can see the live.
Could you tell a difference between the screechers last night and the crowd you saw at Columbia University?
You know what? There was a lot of similarities. I mean, when the anti-Semitism thing was at its height, we went to Columbia to stare down the crowd, and I mean, it was gnashing of teeth and just vicious, hatred, And what was so striking to me is they had professors and administration officials in the crowd. These people were waving Hamas flags. But it was the same kind of vibe on the floor last night. They just have such disgust for President Trump, and it's so irrational. It really is a derangement syndrome, as we all say. And you saw it on vivid display last night. And I mean, the T-shirts and all of that is, by the way, against House rules. But I couldn't bang every single person out of order because we've been there all night. They wanted to disrupt his speech, and so the president and I talked about this before it all began. And I said, "Sir, there's going to be signs. There might be noisemakers. I don't know. They might throw things, but why don't you ignore as much of it as you can because their whole point is to get attention and to distract you." And he said, "I got this, Mike. I'm ready to go." I have no doubt about that, sir. I said, "Tell you what, if you want me to interject, just give me the signal, like step back from the mic a little bit, I'll know that." And he said, "We'll get it. Don't worry, we'll take care of it."
So when did you know you had to interject with Al Green?
Well, I mean, he was belligerent. He wouldn't shut his mouth, and it's so disrespectful. I mean, it's the president of the United States, for crying out loud. It doesn't matter if he's